quite funny that everything that is negative makes it to the press about East Cleveland. I'm sick and tired. I'm very serious. I'm sick and tired of the things not celebrated. We have kids that are athletically achieving and inclined, and they're making strides in their respective sports. We have academics going on in Shaw High School, whereas we're sending students overseas. We have students getting full rides to colleges and universities. These things need to be talked about over the mess that's being portrayed by one entity of our municipality. I would love for residents to be on the news talking about achievements and things like that. You know, that's just one of the things, because, you know, over the last 2 or 3 months, we've been in the news, you know, as East Cleveland turns, or we want to create our own show, East Cleveland First 48, about everything that's negative in East Cleveland. And you know, quite frankly, I'm fed up with it. Also, I wanted to talk about the loss of revenue over the years that wasn't too much talked about tonight. We've lost with refuge. We've lost with the post office. We've also lost with those are Exhibit A, B, and C. Those are deaths in the city of East Cleveland. Our post office, our Huron Road Hospital, and our refuge center. Those things did not have to go anywhere. But other than to sit up here and talk about things that can potentially revitalize our city, we talk about things that's going to tear down the city or create this false imminence amongst our public and our residency about loss of personnel here in the city. Like my colleague said, $300,000 does not cancel out 20 or more police officers. I would hope that the feasibility of whoever's making that call starts from the bottom on up. And if you have to make cuts anywhere, somebody should start saying to themselves, how can I be most feasible about making these decisions in areas of supplies and areas of other resources that are, you know, quite frankly, are having more spending than others. It does not have to necessarily be a police officer at this point. It possibly will, but it doesn't have to be the number that's being portrayed to the community, because I read a press release on Cleveland.com, and it was presented by 19 Action News. It says the police department currently employs 53 to 56 civil workers and 40 auxiliary officers. I want to know where the 40 auxiliary officers are coming from. I have not seen 40 auxiliary officers in the city of East Cleveland. Now, I've endeavored in law enforcement, and I'm around the city, and I ask questions, and I read documents and read the personnel reports. That is not exactly what was presented to us during the budget hearing, and it has not been presented in any safety committee meeting that I chaired and my colleagues sit on. I just want to know, what are the facts, and if you're going to tell the facts, then put some documentation in front of me. Also, there was a document that was submitted to us, you know, as we were endeavoring in the fiscal recovery plan, and it said we were at a total of 63 officers, and if we were to explore the plan that was presented, that didn't have a name on it at first, but then it had a name on it, or somebody claimed to take responsibility for the document. It said it would lay off 26 officers. So if you're presenting to us during those particular meetings that you're going to lay off some police officers from your plan, how is it that months later it's our fault in the news media? You tell us you're going to lay off, and everybody knows that that's your responsibility as the mayor of the city, and then we get to a meeting on this day, January 2nd, and you tell us that that's bogus. You're going to tell us we're the persons that are going to lay off officers? Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself.
Tell the truth.
We got 18 dispatchers. I have no problem with the job of a dispatcher and the cause they feel for our community, but what I do have a problem with is that we have 18 for 3.2 square miles. Highland Hills, Cleveland Heights, all these other small cities that have the same or at least comparable population don't have this many people. But if they should have this many people, they have the revenue coming in to support it, and they have the individuals in place that are properly managing their job.
All right.
Let's be honest about where the fall through is happening.
Yes.
It's because people are not properly managing their position.
That's right.
You got to be honest where you got to put honesty where honesty is due.
That's right.
We know we had a finance director that was jacked up. We know we had a few other individuals that overlooked some flawed hiring practices. I was a member of the mayor's team, if you want me to be honest. I worked on this campaign. I was the assistant campaign manager.
Let it out.
I'm not ignorant to what's going on that side of the fence.
What is?
But I will say that some people just ignore certain things. And then it's easier to put the blame to somebody. I'm not going to say that we're not responsible for some things, because everybody elected in the city is responsible for whatever the facts, whatever comes out to the public or whatever comes out to the media. We're responsible. Yes, I'll accept responsibility. We'll accept responsibility. But what I will not accept is the lies. I will not accept misappropriation of funds. I will not accept lying to the community about what's to come, or creating that false sense of fear. Oh, we're going to lay off police. Everything has something to do with laying off police, that, if somebody's not getting their way. The issue 48, lay off police. The red light traffic cameras, lay off police and fire. They were even walking the streets, sir. They were walking the streets, handing out literature to save their job.
Yep.
Unbeknownst to them, 3 or 4 months later, we still talking about the same thing. Come on, public. Come on, Madam President. Let's be honest. We need to put an issue on the table that addresses honesty and dependability and accountability. Let's do that. Like I said in many conversations past, the residents are the chief executives of the city.
We need to get rid of this man.
You don't like him, put him out. You don't like us, put us out. That's the end of the story. Facts will stand as they are. I also wanted to commend our clerk, our deputy clerk, for a job well done in her academia. Cleveland State University, she's knocked off a year of her studies towards her degree in such a finely prepared portfolio documented by Dr. Steinbacher of her institution. So I wanted to commend her on her. That concludes my